Okay, everyone, welcome to Sunday live stream of Charting Crypto. Didn't really do one yesterday. I said I was going to do one on Saturday. Time got away from me. Yesterday was very busy, so by the time I looked at the clock, it was 7:45 and didn't do it. 107 in LA, dang. Yeah, yesterday, if you were in the Discord, you saw I was outside grilling some burgers and everything, just dripping sweat. Dripping. Yeah, today it was only a high of 68. It was fantastic out today. I wish it was just like that all the time. Okay, so quick look at BTC. I have it star down here because this is where I think BTC is going to be bottoming at. A lot of people are saying 10K BTC. I'm going to keep an eye on the 1618. You can see during this consolidation, we've just been bouncing between the 786 down here at 19.5 and the 618 here at around 20,005. Eventually, I do think we will be breaking the 786, which will push us down to the 1 right here, which is also a main support around 17.9. And then from there, if we drop below 17.9, that's where we're going to see that massive crash down to the 1618. This would be very similar to this last push down that we had. If I just copy this exactly, like I just rinse and repeat it type scenario. Oops. Yeah, just rinse and repeat this bar pattern and drag it. Mother. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so rinse and repeat this last drop right here would actually bring us down to the 618 general area. You can see this last drop here was 30. I believe if I remember right, it's about 38%, 36%. So that was a 36% drop right there. A drop down to the 1618 from where we're currently at will bring us approximately at 32%. So it's not out of the cards. Everyone's like, holy crap, BTC dropping 32%. That can't happen. It did happen. It happened back here in June. I do think we will be seeing one more large push down on BTC around to this general 1618 area. And if we do head down there, I will be pretty much putting the rest of my money in play. I'll put a little bit more when we touch the 17K. And if we drop below 17K, when we head down around 14K, I will be putting a large majority of the rest of my crypto funds sitting on the side back into the market. And then it's just hold from there and dollar cost average. But tonight we're just gonna be looking at some coins. If anyone has any hidden gems, let's try to toss those out tonight. Any coins that no one's really heard about, any 100x possibility coins. Let's just dive into some crypto and do some TA tonight. Of course, after BTC, I always have to start off with quant. So quant right now, looks like I indicated that we'd be bouncing off the 786 and working our way back up. We did not bounce off the 786. We actually bounced off this main support. So the main support, we're currently heading up towards 98. We can see the MACD is pretty much stagnant sideways. RSI in this general time frame has been topping out at around 47. So my personal opinion, I do think we will be heading back down to this main support area once we test the 618 out for quant. So I think we're gonna be looking at $98 for quant, and then coming down here to test this double support area at $90 to 89. If we do break below 89, then we're gonna be seeing 70, low 80 to high $70 quant. That might be a really good buying opportunity because everyone knows that quant goes against BTC when it drops. I'm waiting out for $60 quant. If $60 quant never gets hit, then so be it. I have a decent sized bag, and I'm not gonna increase my dollar cost or increase my average buy just to buy some. Might as well buy some other coins instead. Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on the 786. This is where I'm gonna buy down here. If we see that large drop on BTC, I do think we will be seeing at least one more opportunity to pick up some coins. But I think the next big drop on BTC will be the bottom, and then we'll gradually start moving back up. So then I officially won't be bearish anymore, and I'll be bullish, I guess. I would have to be because I'd be all the way back into the market. So short term for quant, let's just keep an eye on a drop back down on the 90 once we tag the 618. Then we'd assess the situation at that time. If we drop below 90, looks like the next stop would be around $79 to $75 quant. the thing is that the RSI is low and the MACD really hasn't been doing crap. So this is more of a bearish TA, but just judging by the indicators and stuff, we're going to need a catalyst to push quant down that low, and that catalyst would be BTC. If BTC just continues going sideways, I think quant's going to be seeing a decent sized rally. BTC needs to drop in order for quant to crap the bed. But as of right now, it just looks like we're consolidating in this downtrend. Be keeping an eye on a bounce off the 786. If we break above that, then the 618, around 98 to 100, and then we'll assess the situation. So if we break below 90, 89, $90, that's when we're going to start seeing that $70, and people are going to start getting excited that quant's heading down. As of right now, I know everyone wants their coins to go up, but we're in a bear market. The only thing we should be doing right now in this bear market is picking up our coins that we want to hold long term at a cheaper price. Because even though you want your coin to rip, it's not going to rip in a bear market. 14K, it's hard to imagine. I know 14K is hard for me to imagine too for BTC. I can see 16 to 17K. That's why I'm kind of just watching it really closely, because I don't know if I want to toss all my funds back in at 16 to 17K or do like 50% at 17K and the rest of it try to play 14K. I don't know. I still have to assess the situation. So when we start seeing BTC dropping and breaking that 786 structure, we have to keep an eye on what's going on with the news and everything as well, because that's going to be a massive catalyst on it. But I do think we are going to be testing that 17 to 16K at least sometime soon in September. Yeah, I would love to pick up some quant in the 70s as well. My average buy is $49, but I'm willing to buy some at 60 and increase my average buy. I don't think we're going to be coming down this low on quant. I don't think we're going to be seeing $48 quant, even if BTC craps the bed. Too many people are buying quant and just holding it. I mean, from what people have been posting in the research and stuff like that, it's just drying up on exchanges too. There's not a lot of quant on exchanges either. Everyone's just buying it and holding it. But that was quant. Quant at 50 is what I'm waiting for. Then all in. And man, if quant hits $50, I'd be loading up a lot. Boba, please. BOBA. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Some different music on. So Boba Network BOBA is up 0.4% at 31 cents, 500 million max, 302 million in circulation, and a 94 million market cap. So that's not a bad setup right there. All-time high in this was 793 9 months ago. All-time low was 3 months ago at 26 cents. Looks like this coin has been out since November 2021. The all-time high was at the top of the bull run, and then like a lot of the other coins, it's crashed since then. So even though this looks like crap, a lot of other coins are doing the exact same thing. Because you guys probably know because you guys are in crypto, the top of the bull market was in November, and then from there it's been in a downtrend. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Looks like BTCX is the largest. It's also listed on Coinbase, FTX, Bitbank, and Gate.io. So Boba. Not a good chart there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go off. Oh no, this one has more data. This one has more data to go off of, so we're gonna be using this. Looks like we're gonna have to draw a larger fib on this. Yeah, even that. So as of right now, Boba's not really doing much. The RSI is pretty low at 27. If we blow up the MACD is pretty much just stagnant sideways, really not having any massive gains to the upside or down. It does look like it's about ready to flip into a bearish crossover there. on the MACD, but I think it's just gonna be a fake out. We had similar ones back here. I mean, this thing's just pretty much moving sideways, which means consolidation. We're consolidating at this general resistance channel and the 786. There really is no other support down here. I guess you can technically call this a support right here, even though it doesn't have a long history of support. We can toss one on there. This coin really hasn't been that low this often. I think it's the lowest that it's ever been was back here on the 26th or on the 18th of June. So we're currently heading down towards another all-time low. And if we just look back at the recent RSI history, we do enter the oversold territory on this quite a bit as well. And every time we enter that oversold territory, we tend to bounce back up to at least 69 to 70. So I'd be looking out for that oversold territory on the RSI, which would have a bearish play out on the MACD. So I'd be keeping an eye on around 30 cents, or we're at 31 cents. I'd be keeping an eye on this main support right here around 28 cents, and then testing the all-time low down here at the one at 26. So I'm gonna be bearish on this on the short term. Either we're gonna be bouncing off of there and working our way back up, or we'll be heading down to the new all-time low and testing that, then heading back up. I just think we're gonna enter to the oversold territory down here, and then that will be a reversal back up to the upside. So I think we might have one more chance to buy this at an all-time low before we have a reversal to the upside, because I think the all-time low, let me go back, like I said, all-time low was 3 months ago at 26 cents. Yeah, so I think we're going to be testing that. We're going to be getting pretty close to 26 cents and testing that all-time low once again, I personally think. But the RSI definitely has room to run, so long and behold, we could be taking off from here, but I highly doubt it. I do think this is going to be retracing at least down to around 28 to 26 cents, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. I'm looking at QSP. So on the quant stamp right now, quant stamp's down 3.4% at 2 cents, 976 million max, 713 million circulating, 14 million market cap. Crazy small market cap, and I like how a majority of the coins are in circulation. Yeah, they could still put 2 million more or 200 million more coins in circulation, but it's better than only having a couple million, them being able to dump a lot more. All-time high was 78 cents 4 years ago, so it did not hit an all-time high during the last bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago at 004. I guarantee that all-time high was, yeah, looks like the initial coin launch, and then you had that bull run, and then the previous bull run was right here. So there's probably a lot less coins in circulation during this all-time high right here. That's why, even though there's probably the market cap was probably higher, we can compare the market cap to price, it wasn't even that high either. But yeah, so that's something that's I always take into account. Did the coin make an all-time high during this bull run compared to the other bull run? And if not, why did they put more coins in circulation? Is the coin not just the coin not developing or growing its utility or anything like that? So that's something I'd look into. Why did it not make an all-time high during the last bull run? Because as you can see, the last time was over 4 years ago. Not saying it's a bad coin by any means. It's just something that I look at. Currently available on Coinbase, CoinEx, and Gate.io, and Uniswap. But with a small market cap like that, if it survives this bear market, you could definitely make some gains on it. So QSP, I haven't charted it in a while. It looks like last time I charted it was, it looks like a couple days ago. And I was pointing out the 3 top thing, it looks like. My favorite thing I talk about, I guess. But we've just been consolidating at this resistance 786 area. We actually been consolidating here since we broke over it on the 21st of August. We briefly dipped below it here, but luckily we had a big buy at around 18 or 1.8 cents to push us back over. So this 786 right here at 1.9, so this 1.92 cents even, is our lifeline. And if we just zoom in and take a closer look at this, we're currently heading down the test of 786 out once again. If we just look at the RSI stagnant pretty much at 41. MACD hasn't been doing shit, just moving sideways. So we've just been consolidating. So it's just gonna take one move to either push us down or push us up. And as of right now, I think we're gonna be going down to around 1.9 cents and testing the 786 out right here. If we break the 786, I think we will be seeing another huge candle like that. I think we'll see it, it'll drop below 2 cents. We'll see a big red candle like this, a possible wick down here, and then a possible buy back up to get back over the 786. So it might be heading towards a similar scenario to back here. I don't own any QSP, but if I wanted QSP, I would probably just put a buy in order right down here at around 1.6 cents. If it hit, it hit. If not, so be it. That's not financial advice. That's just my personal opinion, what I would do if I wanted this coin. So short term right now, I do think we're heading down to the 786 at 196, and that's going to be a very critical area for you guys to keep an eye on. If we break below that, this consolidation period that we've been on could be broken, and then we could be heading down to make some lower lows. You can see we have pretty much been in a downtrend since we had this large pump back here on the 16th. We had that large pump, then we had the double test of this resistance, got rejected, then we actually broke above it, and then we've just been getting we've been battling out the 618, 786, and we haven't even been coming that close to the 618. So that's why I'm kind of thinking we're getting pushed down. We're just wicking up to the 618. We're not even getting a candle up there. You can see we only wicked up to it once, twice, and other than that, we just keep getting snuffed out at 2.1. So this consolidation with us constantly getting pushed down at around 2.1, and there's not even a resistance channel right there. We're just getting snuffed down in a neutral zone. More likely than not, I'd be bearish on this. I think we might be able to pick this up at a decent price after one more drop. Let me see. I'm gonna draw a micro fib on this on a shorter time frame and see. According to this, we actually broke it. So if we go off the smaller time frame here, you can see we actually broke below the 618. So we're currently below the 618, which is on top of this main resistance on the short-term time frame. And more likely than not, I'd be keeping an eye on 1.8. I think this thing's heading down to the 786 right down here. I'm going to put a star. I think this is going to be the scenario. We're below the 618 on the short time frame, test the 786 out, and then work our way back up. That's similar to what happened here. You can see we tested this resistance channel out. We broke it. Came down to the 786, wicked down to the 1, and then had that big reversal right here. I think that something similar is going to happen. See, we broke the 618, then we're going to be heading down to the 786, similar to back here, possibly see a wick down here, and then we'll be working our way back up. So for the short term, I'd be keeping an eye on approximately it looks like an 8% drop down to 1.8. I think we're going to be seeing 1.8 cents for QSP here this coming week or so. So just keep an eye on that. I'm bearish on it short term, but it looks like once we hit that, it'll be a decent sized reversal. So 1.8. Flare Finance, please. EXFI. Well, let's look at this on here since it doesn't have. This also doesn't have a circulating supply. Or market, what's the market cap on here? So this one says on coin market cap, it says the market cap of this is 42 million. Looks like the max supply is 110 million. It doesn't have a circulating supply. So make sure you do your research on that. CoinGecko doesn't have any of that. It just has the max supply of 110 million. Down 1.3% at 38 cents. All-time high was $14.50 8 months ago. All-time low was 23 cents 4 months ago. If we just look at the max real quick, the all-time high was the initial coin launch in January. And if we compare the market cap, we can't because there is no data on the market cap. Let's go see if they unloaded some more coins in the circulation. But it looks like when the coin got released, had that slight pump, then all the people, the ICO people, sold off. We've been stagnant since. Currently available on the following exchanges down here: BitTrue, CoinX, CoinTiger, Bit4X, and Mex Global. So let's take a look at EXFI. Yo, there's only one chart. Yeah, at least this is a good chart. This one actually has a lot of data we can use. So as of right now, without drawing any fibs on it, it does look like we're about to see a movement up to around 39 to 40 cents. RSI looks like it bottomed out. We entered the oversold, stagnant, tested again. We turned up pretty quick there. And just judging by where we wicked down to, I think we're gonna be touching 40 cents, but let's see if I can draw a fib to back that up. So it doesn't seem like I'm just talking out of my ass. Yeah, so as of right now, we're actually, well, let me think, we're going to this bottom, this top, or do we want to go to this bottom? No, that's not valid. So we're going to this bottom, this top right here. We're currently getting We're currently testing this 786 right now. We haven't broken over it. If we zoom in and take a closer look, we've been battling this area for quite a bit. We were really close to breaking over it here. We broke over it briefly, then got snuffed out, consolidated right below it, got rejected, and we're currently at it once again. So I would say if we do break above this 786, if we have an open and close above 38 cents, I think this 618 at around 40 to 41 cents will be the next stop. We definitely have juice on the RSI to run. MACD does have room to run as well. If we just take a general look at the RSI history, doesn't look like you guys enter oversold that often, or you haven't since June. You were June, then from June all the way to August, you guys didn't even enter an oversold territory. And it seems like every time you guys do tag this general area, you move your way up at least to 59 to 60 on the RSI, and the MACD does have some good movement in there as well. So if we break above the 786 right here at 38 cents, I think we're to be working our way up towards this 39,618 resistance area. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. If we do get rejected at the 786, so this is the bad news. I gave you the bullish scenario. Here's the bearish scenario. So the bearish scenario is if we keep testing the 786 and it does not hold, or we do not break over it, I'd be keeping an eye on that retracement down to this main support area at 35 cents. And if you've been around my channel for a while, I play safe. If I wanted this coin, I'd just put a buying order at 35 cents. If it got hit, it got hit. If not, so be it. And the way that the momentum's moving wants me to say that we're heading up to around 40. But I play safe. I would rather buy this coin at 35 instead of 40. But if we break above the 786, that's going to be the storyteller. So the storyteller is the 786 at 38 cents. Keep an eye on 38 cents. You see us break over 38 cents. I think 40 to 41 cents will be the next stop, and then we'll assess the situation. If we don't get over 38 cents, if we don't close a candle above that and open a candle above that, then I think the next stops will be 35. So 786 is going to be the storyteller on this at 38 cents. How about UBT? Yeah, we can do UBT. Oh, not this one. Oh, yeah, here we go. Unibright UBT's up 2.1% at 14.5 cents, 150 million max. All the coins are in circulation, which is fantastic, and it has a small market cap. So this thing could definitely rip if it survives this bear market with the small market cap and with all the coins being in circulation. And it's not even a lot of coins if you think about it. It's only 150 million compared to other coins that have billions. I don't know the utility behind this whatsoever. So all-time high was a year ago at 422. All-time low was 3 years ago at 007. Just shows you the power of holding. If you would have bought this in 2019 and just held on for 3 years, your investment would be up 1,725%. That is just the power of holding, people. I talk about it a lot. I don't know why people panic sell unless you put in money that you can't afford to lose. Me, whatever money I put into crypto stays into crypto. But that's just me. Everyone's different. Currently available on Uniswap, Bittrex, and BitTrue. Okay, these are some thick candles on this. Wow. But I guess that's something you can expect with a small market cap. These are very, very thick candles. As of right now, RSI is extremely low. MACD is about ready to flip bullish, but let's see if we can find a good area to draw a fib. So 14 cents, all-time low was 007. 32% drop since August 29th. Just trying to figure out where to draw my fibs at. Yeah, this is what it looks like we're going to be going off of right now. So as of right now, let me just make sure I'm at the absolute bottom. Absolute bottom right there. Absolute top right there. So as of right now, it looks like we're testing the 786. We are below it. RSI is extremely low. MACD does look like it's about ready to flip bullish, but we haven't had a lot of bullish movement on the MACD. You can see we have this slight uptrend here, a bullish fake out here. So I'm not going to be banking on a large movement upwards, but you can see last time we were this low on the RSI was back here on August 20th, and we did have a decent size run up. We approximately ran up 15%. I mean, that's not bad. This coin doesn't look like it takes off that much. It looks pretty, I don't want to say plain, but that's not a bad thing if you think about it. I'd rather have one that's not super volatile, a little bit more predictable. So if we did have that 15% run up there, that would bring us up to approximately this resistance area at 15 cents. So I do think this thing's about ready to move. If we break above the 786 here at 14, we have the 618 at 15, and I think the top that we hit is this resistance channel or main resistance at 15.6. So short term right now, let's keep an eye on the 786. We break above that, I think that will be our indicator for a next movement up to around this resistance channel, similar to how it just seems to do this in the past. You can see we have this breakout run up, and then it goes back down, breakout run up, then it goes back down, breakout run up, and then goes back down. It's just stepping down. So I definitely think this could be the case, but in the long term, this coin does not look bullish in the long term. This would not be a long-term hold for me, unfortunately. But short term right now, keep an eye on the movement up to the 618 at 15. If we hit 15, I think we'll be inevitably heading up to around 60, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. So as of right now, not super bullish on this coin, but it is what it is. So we're gonna look at time. Did it fall below 52? Nope, not yet. Time down 0.4%, $58. We've actually been keeping a close eye on time here. Pretty much all of August, we were keeping a close eye on time because we've been doing a lot of TA on it, and I feel like this thing is going to pump sometime soon. Super small circulating in total supply, all of them in circulation. Market cap's just ridiculously low with the low amount of coins that are here. If this thing survives the bear market, it could definitely rip in the next bull run. All-time high was 559 during the top of the last bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago. Just to reiterate, sound like a broken record, the power of holding, if you would have held for 2 years, your investment would be up 15,327% in just 2 years. Currently available on the following exchanges down here: Coinbase and KuCoin being the leader. Oh shoot, that's not the one. I know I was doing a KuCoin chart. Let's see if my chart still all drawn up. Yeah, there we go. So honestly, Chef, not much has changed. I mean, this coin's just consolidating sideways. If you look at that, it's just consolidating sideways. And I think we have to see that capitulation down to the 786 still. It's looking like it's going to happen pretty soon, but I said that back on August 10th, didn't I? Nonetheless, though, if we break, this is the exact same thing. If we break, drop down to the 786 at 52, and then that's going to be our launch. I think this thing's going to be blasting right through 102. We top out around 180. I'd say 180 to 222. Let me see. Where the heck are all my 1 second. There we go. Okay, so according to that last pump, if we capitulated down on the 786, so I just copy, repeat, 786. The last pump would bring us up to approximately 170, but you can see this step up effect that we've been on. Oh shoot, I just done messed up. the step up effect that we've been on since it's been going up, if you zoom out, you can see the ladder effect's getting higher and higher, and each pump's getting larger and larger. So this next pump, I believe, is going to be topping out at around 180 to 225. The only reason I say that is this one was approximately 84%, an 84% pump. This one right here was approximately 121% pump. So that's 40 additional percent compared to the first one. And then you have this one right here that was 230. So that one pretty much doubled this previous one here. That one pretty much doubled it, because you can see that was 115, this was 230. So 230 plus 230 is 460. I don't think we're gonna be seeing a 460% pump on this, but if a 460% pump would bring us up to $300, I don't think we'll see that. I'd be keeping an eye on 180 to 220 area if that happens. But like I've said before on time, eventually patterns like this do break. And was this the only 3 steps that we were going to get? I don't know, but all the indicators are telling me we were going to be seeing one more pump. And we need to have that capitulation down to the 786 in order for it to happen. The RSI needs to drop down there. The MACD needs to play bearish, and then that will be our springboard to launch up. If we do break below that 786 area, though, I think that's when we're gonna have to start thinking that the pattern's broken. So this is our lifeline here, 786. We fall below 786 at 52. The next steps would be $46, and that is your last support. I'm not saying we can't capitulate all the way down to the 46 and then go up 400 and some. What was that, 430? What did I say, 430? So if we went 430 from 46, that would validate, that would still bring us up to around 250. So if we capitulated down here and that was the go point, and if we doubled the previous high at 460, that'd bring up to 260. I don't think if we break the 786, I'm going to think that the run's going to be over, but who knows? We could capitulate down to 46 and see the run, but I don't see that happening. If we capitulate down there, I think the run's going to be over. So keep an eye on that break down to the 786 area, and I think that's going to be the go point. So similar to just something like that, and then off to the races. We'll assess the situation at that time. So still bullish on it. I'm going to be bullish on it until I see it break below $52. So yeah, that's time. With that, let's see what's been pumping today. So we got cryptocurrencies, 24 hours top 100. So Raven Coin is the leader of the top 100, up 19.6, followed by Halo. Cardano, because that fork's coming out, is ripping. Sandbox up 4.5%. We have some Shiba, Anchor, Sami. Yeah, so with that, let's look at some other coins. So Cardano's going to be doing pretty good until that fork comes out, and then once the fork comes out, you know, people usually buy it up, and then the fork comes out, and then it crashes. So it looks like I haven't charted this since July, on the 4th of July. Had some scribbles on the 786 and then a takeoff. Oh, that was inaccurate. Let's start fresh. Let's just clean everything off of here and we'll start fresh. So ADA's having a pretty decent run right now. We actually are currently getting stopped at the 0.5. Overbought on the RSI. MACD is starting to converge or lose some steam and converge more to a bearish scenario. I don't think we'll be seeing a massive bearish pullback on this. So that's the 4 hour. Let me just take a quick look at the day. The day's still ripping. So that's the thing. You compare the 4 hour. The 4 hour says, hey, we're going to be cooling down for a little bit. But the day, if we look at the RSI is only at the halfway point, and the MACD isn't even close to crossing over yet. It's still ripping. So on the day chart, I'm extremely bullish on it on the day chart. I think we're easily going to be seeing it break above the 382. But for the short term on the day chart, I think we're going to be heading up to the 382. Then we'd assess it. But on the short term time frame, 4 hour, I think we might be able to see one. Well, it looks like we're tailing back down. I think we're going to be seeing the pullback to the 618 in the short term to 50 cents. I think we see 50 cents, and that'll be a push up to the 382 at 52, and then we're gonna have to monitor this area at 52. It's a double resistance, but ADA is looking really good, and I think it's going to stay good until the fork comes out, and then people are going to start selling it. Yeah, see, and if you go over here, it validates that pullback to the 618, movement up to the 382 at 53. So yeah, keep an eye on 50-cent pullback, then a movement up to 53 cents for ADA. And then if it does that before the update comes out, then it's just going to continue going. I think it'll just continue going until it comes out. So I don't quite remember what day it comes out. I believe it's in September, but I think it's going to go up until that update for Cardano comes out. And then from there, it's going to have that nasty retracement back down. Seen it happen several times. I remember when the London hard fork came out on Cardano. Everyone was super hyped for it. Price went up, then it crashed. So what's going on, guys? Pretty quiet in the chat here. How's everyone doing? So I'd appreciate it if you guys smashed that like button on this live stream. It really helps me out, helps my channel grow, helps my content get out to more people, which is fantastic. So thank you. So there's ADA. I'm gonna look at, what am I gonna look at next? Casper. Good old Casper. Let's see. Yikes, that is not the chart I've used before. What I need to do is just make like a list on the side. Yeah, we can use this. So Casper right now is currently being held up at the main support right here at 2.5 cents. RSI is at 32, so we definitely have room to run. We don't enter the overbought territory that often on Casper. It looks like we generally top out where we did top out. If I draw a general top line on this, you can see this is where we normally top out before we see that retracement back down. And we did top out here, and with that, we normally retrace back down. It looks like to around the 30, which it looks like we just did. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on some movement to the upside for Casper. Let's see how high. So if we go bottom the top right here on the micro time frame, actually we might just go to the larger time frame. Now this is what we're going off of right here. So as of right now, we're hovering on the 786. I do think we will be bouncing off the 786 and working our way back up. So for the short term, I'd be keeping an eye on a movement up to the 618 at 3 cents. If we break over 3 cents, the next steps would be the 382, and then from there we'll have to keep a close eye on a pullback to the 618, and then just then working our way back up. So this overbought from the bottom to the top, you can see this was the bottom on the RSI, and then the top was up here at 30. So it bottomed out at 2.2 and then went up to around 3.9, which was approximately a 78% pump. So if I just did a rinse and repeat of that, tagging the bottom of the RSI and working this way up to the top, that, what did I say? 71% pump. So if we did 71% from right here, that 71% would bring you up to around this zero area at around 4.6 cents. So I could see it going up that high. I wouldn't play it. I definitely wouldn't play it, but I do think we are going to be moving to the upside on Casper. First stop 786. I could almost definitely see us hitting the 382 at 3.6, but we'd have to assess that at the time. So short term right now, I'm going to be bullish on Casper. Casper's looking good on the short term. Any chance you can do LCX? Any chance for LCX? Let's take a look at LCX. One sec, this music's putting me to sleep. Okay, we'll play this. Okay, So LCX is up 1.5% at 5.66, 950 million. Total 771 million, circulating 43 million market cap. Extremely small market cap, in my personal opinion. All-time high on this was 56 cents 10 months ago. All-time low was 3 years ago. Sound like a broken record again. If you would have held for 3 years, you'd be up 79,000% on your investment. Just shows you the power of holding. Yeah, that is nuts. Market cap. Yeah, and they didn't even unload more coins. They just recently unloaded more in August, it looks like. Other than that, if you would have just held for 3 years, whew, that's crazy. Currently available on the following exchanges down here: Uniswap, Coinbase, Bilexi. So LCX. That's not a good chart. I always seem to have trouble finding a good chart on this with a lot of data. So Coinbase one sucks, Kraken one sucks, Uniswap's just going to be garbage. Try USDT. Here, we'll use it. Yeah, we're gonna have to go off the Coinbase one. So as of right now, the MACD is about ready to flip bullish. So we're about to have a bullish crossover there. RSI looks like it's about to head back up, but we really haven't been making any massive movements on the RSI. You can see we've generally been topping out at around 63. So a 63 movement on the RSI would only bring us up to around 8 cents. And then it could just be a similar rinse and repeat type scenario. But let's draw some fibs on this and try to validate that. If we go bottom to the previous high right here, movement up to that 68 would bring us up to the 382 at around 82. Yeah, so as of right now, the 786 right here is your lifeline at 5.5, and we're at 5.7. If you see us fall below 5.5 and we have an open and close below that, that's where you're to start seeing a heavy drop on LCI. So you can see this is pretty much a consolidation period. So eventually consolidation is going to break to one side or the other. So 786 is your lifeline. Sound like a broken record, but you've tested it so much that if we do break below that, I think the next stop will be down here to 4 cents. So keep an eye on the 786, but for the short term, I do think a movement up to the 618 is going to happen. I think we will break above that. We're going to be seeing another peak up here similar to the last two ones, and that could be your 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, drop top type scenario. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. It looks like it wants to form that third peak. So if we get rejected on the third peak at around the 382, then I think that's gonna be the drop top area. 1, 2, 3 drop. So for short term, I'm bullish on this. At least 15% up to the 618 at 6.5. If we break above that, it looks like we want to head up to the 382 at around 8.1. Indicators all point to bullish movement here in the near future. Longer term though, if this is the 3 top, it's going to be looking something like this. If it's a 3 top. So if we do get that push up here, we have to keep an eye on the 8.1 rejection. But I could definitely see it heading back up to 8.1 at the 382. So to answer your question, I think it's bullish in the short term, but is going to be bearish in the longer term. Can you check out RMRK? Yeah, let's check that out. On KuCoin. Tell you what, guys, I went over this at the beginning, stupid hot here yesterday, and I was just doing so much stuff outside. I mowed the lawn, I grilled burgers, weed whacked, I watered the dog, picked the garden, I weeded the garden. I don't know, what else did I do? I don't know, but it was hot yesterday, and then this morning I wake up and it's like high of 68. I'm like, oh yes, that is my ideal temperature. If it could just be between 60 and 68 all year round, that'd be perfect. So a little off topic, but RMRK is down 0.6% at $2.89. 10 million max, almost all that's in circulation, which is great, and it also has a very, very small market cap. This is actually a pretty good coin. I don't know the utility behind it, but it's a pretty good possible moonshot gamble coin if it survives this bear market. All-time high in this was $66 during the peak of the bull run. All-time low was 3 months ago at $265. That's crazy. If we look at the max, the coin came out September of last year, so this coin's been out for almost a year. September 27th, 2021 looks like when it came out. Currently available on the following exchanges, KuCoin being the leader. Oh, I charted this before. Looks like I charted this before. Detroit Dad. Yeah, man. You know how that Michigan weather works. And the attitude. Attitude changes as quick as the seasons around here. So this was that all-time low right here, this big wick downward. So we are still in a downtrend here. So there might be a good possibility to pick this coin up a little bit cheaper. We're really in uncharted territory right now. NFT technology is the next level, could be a sleeping giant. Sounds like my Haka. So RMRK right now, we're kind of in uncharted territory. This was a general wick down here, but if we just look at the hard candles, this is the lowest the candles have ever been. Just zoom and take a closer look here. This is the lowest the body of the candle has been on this coin ever. So we are pretty much in uncharted territory, which means TA kind of goes out the window when you don't have data to go off of down that low. But we can use this scam wick down here and try to dissect it a little bit, but take it with a grain of salt. So if we just go off of that, blow up the MACD, look at the RSI. MACD stagnant sideways, RSI is low. So RSI being low, in my opinion, means, hey, there could be some movement to the upside. But if you look at the general lifespan of this, we barely break over this area right here at 50. Only time we were overbought was back in November when we peaked out during the bull run. And since then, we really haven't been taking off since. I think we're going to be seeing a movement down to around 30 on the RSI, unfortunately. We're currently testing the 618 with not a lot of movement. You can see these candles are very, very, very small. And we're not even wicking above it. So I'd be keeping an eye on the 786 retracement at around $2.60. And it just looks like a rinse and repeat type scenario. I don't think we'd be heading down to $2. You can see a wick down to $2, but I don't think we would be heading down to $2. I think we'd have to monitor that, but without a lot of data, because we're in uncharted territory, I really can't make a valid call of the bottom because we're making up data as it grows, as it gets lower. But personally, if I wanted to pick up some more, I'd probably just put a buy in order at $2.60. And if it got hit, it got hit. If not, so be it. That's not financial advice. That's just what I would do if I wanted to pick up some of this coin. I think it's going to be getting rejected off the 618 and heading down to the 786. There's just not a lot of movement in these candles. So keep an eye on a retracement down to $2.60 and then assess the situation at that time. Market cap and everything's great on it. I mean, if it survives to the next bull run, it could definitely rip. RMRK is the most advanced NFT system in the world, adding eternal liquidity and multi-chain forward compatibility to all NFT projects coming out. An NFT can now be reused by any future project in the chain without official partnership between the project creators. Sounds sketchy. RMRK app is a part of the Kusama broader NFT strategy and a way to abuse Kusame's system. Remark extra. To write custom notes onto the chain in a standardized and structured way. Interesting. So with that, I'll show you my moonshot gamble coin. So this is my moonshot gamble coin. I suggest that you guys don't buy it, but everyone's got to have a shitcoin moonshot gamble coin for, you know, if it rips, it rips. This is mine, Haka. It's currently available on KuCoin. You can see I like it because even though the circulating supply is 30 million, the highest they can go is 188 million on it. And the market cap is the smallest market cap on KuCoin. Not saying that's a good thing whatsoever, but if this survives the bear market, I definitely can see this ripping. So a 10x from here would only bring it to 3.3 million, which is nothing in the crypto world. 3.3 million market cap on a coin is nothing. And I follow these guys on Twitter, on their Discord and everything, and they're very, very active, and they're not anonymous either, and they're constantly adding stuff to it. So this coin's only been out a year, and the all-time high was 52 last bull run. All-time low was a day ago at 1.6 cents. I have a little bit of 200,000 coins of this that's currently staked on KuCoin right now. They offered a 60% APY staking for 60 days. I did that. Now they have a 40% APY staking. So I'm doing that as well. And like I said, it's a very, 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 very risky coin. It could go to zero any, you know, look at that market cap. It could go to zero any second. So I only put fun money into this, and it's my moonshot gamble coin. If it goes, it goes. If not, so be it. But this setup here, if it was to run or survive this bear market and run, that's just astronomical gains I can see from this. A 10x is only 3.3 million. So putting in a new all-time low, this is going to be very similar to RMRK. Not a lot of data to go off of because we just entered an uncharted territory. The crazy thing about this, I've been monitoring this. The RSI has just been stagnant sideways. MACD has just been stagnant sideways. We've just been slowly crapping the bed. And I mean, if this thing drops below a penny, imagine the amount that you can pick up. Very, very, very risky though, guys. So make sure you do your own research. But lowest market cap on KuCoin, and I think it has the possibility to 100x in the next bull run if it makes it there. Really can't even draw a fib on this since there's no data. I think the route we're going to have to go off the psychological numbers of psychological support of 1 cent. Those round numbers are very psychological numbers for people. I've talked about that several times in my live stream. So if we just go look at a penny even down here, I think that's going to be a very, very critical price area for Tribe One. If we do hit that, I could probably see a big rally from there. But if not, then, you know, we're going to go lower. And I'm currently not buying any more of this coin. All my money's currently saved for actual coins that could do stuff. So currently I loaded up on Ethereum and Quant in the last step. I'm currently keeping an eye on Azero and possibly some more Quant. I don't know yet, but definitely some Azero. So short term right now for Haka, I'd be keeping an eye on a penny, and we're in uncharted territory, so there's no data to go off of. But so I'm going off of the psychological numbers of round numbers, which is the penny. So let's keep an eye on a penny, and then from there we might be able to see a decent sized movement upward, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. Doubling down. Speaking of Azero, let's take a look at Azero. I have a pretty large buying order at 101 on Azero. Chef Natron was the one that pointed this coin out to the Discord channel and did some research on it, and it looks very, very promising. So we have the 786 down here at 99. RSI still tailing down from when we entered the overbought territory. MACD's just staying bearish, really not having any large movement to any side. You can see we're having this gradual step down effect, and the steps are getting lower and lower, and I think the bottom of that step is going to be the 786 right here at $1. I have my buying order at 1.1 because I guarantee there are a ton of people that have a buying order for Azero at $1. A lot of people are banking on $1, so I want to make sure I get my coin, so I have it at 1.01. I'm willing to pay an extra penny to make sure I get my coins that low. Can it go lower than $1? Absolutely, but I'm picking up a large bag at $1.01. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on retracement down to 786. It still looks like that's the play from this last time I charted it. See, last time we entered this overbought territory, we had that slow drag out down to around 34. Then we had the slow build up, and then it's just rinse and repeat. I mean, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. A drop down to that 32 would bring us down to the 786 at $1. And I think from there, that would be a reversal, and we start working our way higher. So I think the lowest this thing is going to go for a while is $1. At least I hope so. If we fall below that, I guess I'll just have to pick up more. But as of right now, I'm keeping an eye on $1, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. More likely than not, I do think that $1 will be a reasonable area for it to drop down to. So 786, $1, A0. That's what I'm thinking. There's some water. Oh, I missed chefs. Whoops. Look at OP. Oh boy. Okay, so let's look at OP. Optimism. So OP Optimism's down 2.7%, $1.17, 4.2 billion max supply, only 214 million in circulation. Be very, very careful about that. They could technically unload 4.8 billion, well, 4.08 billion more coins on you guys. 251 million market cap. All-time high was 221 a month ago. Wow, I actually hit an all-time high during a bear market. That's crazy. All-time low was 3 months ago at 40. This coin looks like it came out in May of this year. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. I believe it's also available on Coinbase. CoinGecko just takes forever to upload their or update their stuff. So OP, let's see. Yeah, it is available on Coinbase. So I'll keep that in mind. I'm gonna check out the Tether one real quick. There's probably a lot more information on it. No, there's not a lot of data on that one either. What's going on? Oh yeah, it's only been out since May. Duh. So as of right now, just taking a quick look at it, there's not a lot of data because it came out in May. Yes, this is June. I don't think we'd be using the back information there anyways. On the short term, this fib, let's see, this fib valid, or is this the fib that's valid? This is the fib that's valid right now, so this is what we're to be rocking. That's at the absolute bottom. That's at the absolute bottom. So you can see we've been having this gradual downtrend right here. We did recently break below the 786. Oh shoot. We'd had that decent recovery back up to the 618. If we just look at the MACD just started flipping bullish. RSI's at the 50% range. You can see we really haven't been, I guess, at 50% in a while because we, hang on one second, I'm confused. Oh yeah, we came out in May. Sorry, I got confused for a second. So we're at the 50% range on the RSI. MACD's about ready to flip bullish. I think we're to be seeing some decent sized movement here for OP in the short term. I'd be keeping an eye on a pullback to the 786 at around 1.6 cents, and I think the highest that we go is around 165. Hey, that might be a little bit too bullish. Let me check. Yeah, that's gonna be a little too bullish. But as of right now, if we play this previous run up right here, you can see we were at 50. We were at 50 down here, and we ran all the way up. So if it was just a rinse and repeat type scenario, that's 347%. And the crazy part about it, there's a very small amount of coins in circulation. So it's definitely doable, but for the short term right now, I'm going to erase this. This is me being a moon boy. Can't be a moon boy yet. Not yet. You guys will see moon boy trading crypto eventually though. Short term, let's keep an eye on 786 at 106, and then working our way back up to the 618 at 130. That looks more like the valid move here. If you want to be moonish, I think the highest that we would go before a decent size retracement would be 168 to 169. So possibly move up to the 618.5 pullback continuation. But short term right now, I think we're to be bouncing off the 786 around 106, 105, and then working our way up to the 618 again. So this does look like it did reverse actually too on the short term downtrend. Yeah, so we actually aren't in the downtrend anymore either. So broke out of the downtrend. So I think this thing's just starting to come out bullish now. So some movement to the upside is going to be the case. We're officially bullish on this in the short term. We just have to stay above the 786. So I'll pull back to the 786 up to the 618. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. I do think this thing's about ready to take off again. We put it in an all-time high during in a bear market. So why can't coins that goes against the grain? And it definitely has the setup to rip once more. So I'm going to be more bullish on this. I'm going to be bullish on OP in the short term. So sell frame's up 1.1% at 31 cents. 30 million max, 28 million circulating, 9 million. And Detroit Dan, I don't know where you find these coins, but this is definitely a great setup right here. This is a really good setup. Almost all the coins are in circulation. It's a crazy small amount of coins. Let's see, so development fund total 291, development 950, estimated circulating 28,785. 9 million market cap, that's nothing. All-time high was 721 a year ago. All-time low was 3 months ago at 18 cents. It's already up 69% since then. Currently available on the following exchanges: Pancake Swap, Gate.io. Yeah, so not on any large exchanges either. But let's take a look at it. Okay, so sell right now. RSI entered, actually we were overbought right here on August 8th. MACD had its play out, had its bearish play out. It's about ready to flip bullish too on the MACD. So let's draw some fibs on this and dissect it. We're gonna try to draw a couple different fibs. We're gonna go fib hunting, I guess you could say, unless I find it right off the rip. Now this is it right here. So we're currently riding on the 786 right now. MACD is about ready to flip bullish, but how bullish? You can see back here, we just had a gradual consolidation. So it was bullish, but we really didn't take off. Our size set at 50. If we zoom out and take a look at this, we've really never been this low since May during the last Bitcoin, last time Bitcoin crapped the bed. So Bitcoin crapped the bed, we dropped down to 25. Bitcoin crapped the bed again, we dropped down to 29. Just the way the indicators are playing out though, I think the short term we are going to be heading up to the 618 right here at around 34 cents. If this is still in a downtrend and just doing a ladder down effect, it could just be doing something like this. But for short term right now, I'm going to be bullish on it going up to the 618. If we get above 35 cents, the next stop will be the 0.5 at around 38. And then we'll assess the situation at the time. But just looking at these, I do think we are going to be seeing some upwards movement on it in the short term. Let's see, on the short time frame, it looks like approximately a 10% move up to the 618, so that's not bad. 10% to the upside, and then if we break above that, it looks like a 20%, but we would have to break, if we broke above that high there, then it'd be bullish. Right now we're bearish until we break above a previous high, and as of right now the previous high is at that 38-cent range. But for short term, I can definitely see this thing easily touching that 618. I could see a definite 10% movement to the upside on this. I would like to see the RSI a little bit lower, but we definitely have room to move on the RSI. So something like this, I can see happening. So keep an eye on that 618 at 34, 35 cents. That's gonna be the storyteller once we reach that area. Okay. Anyone have any coins you want me to chart? If not, I'm just going to start looking at some random ones. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum at 1.5 up 9%. Man, that'd be crazy getting in this 7 years ago. That's a long time to hold crypto, but not as long as some people are willing to wait to tap into their 401k if they have one. Man, 7 years holding Ethereum, you'd be up 364,000%. 364,000%. That is absolutely nuts. God, I need to find some coins like that. I think the coins that I'm holding, that I've been holding long term, are going to be very similar to that in the next 5 years or so. I hope so anyways. Lion's block is puking. Yeah, Ethereum's looking like it wants to rip again. MACD's about ready to flip bullish. Looks like we normally top out at around 70 on the RSI. Crazy part is on Ethereum, we're gonna be heading up towards a 382, then a main resistance at 17,000. If we did rip up to around 70, we would actually break above this resistance right here. But similar to the coin we just charted, where we can't be bullish until we get a higher high, and we're not at a higher high yet. So more likely than not, I'd be keeping an eye on around 16.5 for Ethereum. If we break above 16.5, I think we head up to 17, and then that's gonna be a very, very critical price for Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to be holding up pretty dang good, even if BTC drops, because of the merge that's coming out on the 16th. What do we have? 12 more days. 12 more days. So until then, I think Ethereum's going to continue rallying up a little bit higher. And then once the merge comes out, we'll have to keep a close eye on Ethereum and see what's going to happen. Are people going to be dumping it? Are people going to start accumulating it? I have my Ethereum locked away on my ledger. I'm not touching it for a very, very, very long time. Same with my quant. The short term for Ethereum, let's keep an eye on 16.5. I think the highest that we go with before we retracement is 17. If we do break above 17, then we officially put in a higher high, and then we can be bullish again. But in the short term, since August 14th, we've been bearish. So Ethereum's looking like it wants to move up approximately another 2 to 7% for Ethereum to the upside. That's what I'm seeing. But if you wanted to go off repeating patterns, I guess you can say we got rejected here, went down, got rejected this resistance going down, could get rejected at 382, then head down again. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be definitely touching the 382 at around 16.5, and then either wicking up to around 17 or blasting through that up to 17,000 on Ethereum. So short term, I'm going to be bullish on Ethereum. So ALBT is puking. Let's see. Yeah, it's down 0% at 4 cents today anyways. 1 billion total, about half's in circulation, 18 million market cap, all-time highs 136 a year ago, all-time lows 2 years ago at 3.9 cents. So if you would have bought this coin 2 years ago, you'd be up 4.6% on your investment. Let's look at ALBT. Yikes, I don't want to use that one. Where to go off the KuCoin, there's probably a lot, yeah, it's a lot better. Man, I see what you're saying. This thing has just been going down, down, down. We had a nice consolidation period right here too, and he recently just broke down below that. So the consolidation ended up going down the downside. Currently, according to this chart, there's not a lot of data to go off of this. We're in uncharted territory. Uncharted territory since May of 2021. We'll see if I can find some that has a little bit more data. The chart might be a little choppy. Might be a little choppy, but we might be able to use it. I'd like to try to find one that has more data. We'll just have to use the KuCoin one. Yeah, we had that nice consolidation, then we crapped the bed. So short term right now, we're actually currently overbought. So that's very, very critical to look at the RSI and the MACD. So we're overbought right now. MACD is about ready to have a bullish crossover. So I think this thing's about ready to pop. Not pop as in go to the moon, but pop is having a decent size movement to the upside. You can see last time we were overbought was back on June 13th, Then we had that gradual move up to 60 on the RSI, then inevitably topping out at 70. So last time, and then on May 12th, we also had the same thing and a movement up to around 67 on the RSI. So we're currently overbought right now. MACD's about ready to flip bullish. So short term on ALBT. What did I do? There we go. Short term on ALBT. I think we're going to be seeing the 786-618 play out here. I think the highest that we're going to be heading up to is this general double resistance area. I think we're going to be actually breaking through the 786 and heading up here to test this double resistance. But keep an eye on that 786 at 4.3. That's going to be the storyteller. I don't think we fall much lower here. 4% movement up to the 786. Then inevitably, I do think this thing could be seeing a 12 to 13% pump up to this resistance area. So I'm bullish on the short term. This actually might not be a bad quick flip play. I'm actually going to write this down on my notes. I might try to quick flip this. One sec. What are we at? 4.8. Yeah, I might put a buying order at 4 cents. I think I'm going to put a buying order in at 4 cents. If I get it at 4 cents, I'm going to ride it up to the 786 at 4.3. Take half my profit, and then if it rides up here, I'm going to take the other half at 4.5. So let's say I put in $100 at 4 cents. I'll take half that profit at 8% pump at 4.3. Then I'll take the other 50% at 4.5. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to play this. Good find. Out of all the coins we charted tonight, this is one that I feel confident in saying that we are going to be going up to the 786. That's not financial advice. I just feel confident that we're going to be at least heading up to the 786. So regardless of if we don't break over that, if I buy in there and ride it up here, that's 8%. Yeah, I'm going to try to quick flip this coin. So I'm going to be bullish on this in the short term. 786 and then topping out at around 4.5. I think I could absolutely be wrong and it could not do any of that. So don't just go off me, a guy talking on the internet and drawing lines. Do your own research. I don't give financial advice, but that's what I'm going to be playing. Can I please check out NUM? Yes, we can. Hey man, keep shilling out those coins. I'd rather chart coins that you guys want to see instead of just random coins that I've looked at a million times. So if there's any other coins, make sure you post them. So numbers protocol NUM was up 2.1% at 6.3 cents. Okay, this is confusing. Max supply is 42 million, but circulating supply is 188 or 188 million. I don't quite understand that. There's probably some reason. They've probably explained it before. But that's confusing to me. Market cap's 12 million. All-time high was 252 9 months ago. All-time low was 2 months ago at 4 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges: BingX, Mex Global, and KuCoin. Let's look at this. Yeah, this thing's about ready to flip bullish and run again. It looks like every time we flip bullish too, this thing rips. Looks very similar to times runs. You had to step up, lower, high though. This thing looks like it wants to rip. Head up to the overbought territory again at 79. Let's see how high this thing could possibly go. If I were to go off of here. Yeah, so as of right now, in order for this thing to rip, it has to get above 6.9 cents. I can't guarantee anything, but just looking at the indicators, you can see every time we've been down to this general area right here at 32, it's bottomed. This is generally a bounce area since August. All month of August, this is a general bounce area, and every time we've bounced, we've entered overbought. Every time we've bounced here, so moving up to the overbought territory. would bring us up to approximately, I'd say approximately 8 cents. I think this thing's about ready to pop, but there's three main areas that we need to focus on here in order for this to play out. We have the 618 here at 6.7. So write these numbers down on a sticky note, slap them on your forehead so you don't forget them. On the way up, we have to break above the 618 at 6.86, what's this, 6.6 cents. And then we have this main resistance at 6.9. This would be a very, very critical test of this 6.9 in order for this to play out correctly. If you see us break above 6.9, then I think we're off to the races to this overbought territory on the RSI and the MACD movement to a large bearish movement or bullish movement. Inevitably, though, I do think we will be seeing around 8 cents on this for the short term. That's approximately a, oh, come on, 20%, 23% pump. And if you want to be super bullish on this thing, we could possibly wick up to 9 back to like we did back here. As you can see, we did put in a lower high, but we have been consolidating pretty dang good on the 786. The line there. Yeah, so if we do break out, if we do break above the 618 and break above this main resistance at 6.9 cents, we're officially back bullish again, and then it's to infinity and beyond. So I'm gonna be bullish on this, but it's very risky right now. You just need to focus on this 6.9 resistance area. If we break above that, then I think we are going to be moving up to the upside and having another large run similar to these last two. Indicators are all set up to do it too. So the indicators are showing some bullish movement to the upside, and it's not like the RSI is crazy high either. The RSI is only at 39. And if you look at past history, we've entered all the way up to 90 on the RSI. That's 60 points high that we could go, which would bring us up to around 8 to 9 cents. So I'm going to be bullish on this. I'm not going to play it by any means, but I'm going to be bullish on this and saying, hey, this thing has a good chance of blasting up to 8 to 9 cents, all dependent on getting over this resistance channel. So keep an eye on that resistance channel at 6.9. If we get rejected from there, then it's just going to be consolidation in this triangle. If we do get rejected at the 6.9, it's just going to be a tight consolidation in this triangle until we see a breakout. But breakout could definitely happen before you get to the peak of a triangle. So let's just keep an eye on 6.9. If we break above that, then the bullishness is going to continue up to 8 to around 8 to 8.9 cents. Well, that's looking pretty dang good. So with that, guys, I have time to chart one more coin tonight. Who wants the last coin? I'll wait until someone picks one. If not, I'm just going to pick a random one. So I have time to chart one more coin. Who wants it? And just let you guys know, as you've noticed, as you guys have noticed, I haven't been doing a lot of TA videos recently. I feel more like the live stream is more beneficial than doing TA videos, because as of right now, TA videos are all exactly the same. Coins are just moving sideways. There's really not a whole lot of information to be updated on. So instead of making TA videos, just repeating the same thing over and over again, I'm kind of leaning towards just doing live streams for the time being until the market decides to move. The market really hasn't moved in a long time, so instead of just making TA videos, repeating myself over and over, I'm just gonna be doing some live streams until the market starts moving again. And once the market starts moving again, we'll start getting back into those TA video updates. So with that, one more coin. Who wants it? There we go, UDO. The UDO is up 2.1% at 1.5 cents, 115 million max. Half of that's in circulation. Whoa, crazy small market cap of only 1.2 million. Man, you have a lot of good coins that, I mean, I don't know the utility behind them, but if they survive the bear market, have good chances to move up. Let's see, all-time high on this was a year ago at $1. All-time low was 7 days ago. So you're already up 9.7% from a week ago at 1.4. Currently available on the following exchanges. Looks like Bibbox, never heard of it. There's a leader followed by Uniswap, Galaxy, and Gate.io. Okay, let's see if we can find a decent chart on this. This one's not bad. Wow, this thing has some massive movements when it moves. This is the thing about small market cap coins. They can run really fast, but they can also retrace just as fast. Just without any indicators right now, I wouldn't be buying in right now. RSI is a little high. MACD is starting to lose some momentum. And as you can see, there's very sporadic movements to the up and down side. And if we look, we really have never been overbought before. If we just look in this general area down here, if I draw a top, we normally top out at this area where we're currently at. You can see we topped out back here in May, topped out back here in June, topped out here in July, several times in July and in August. So we really have a hard time getting over this high on the RSI, and we're currently at that point. So with that, I wouldn't be buying in right now. It looks like it wants to have that retracement back down to around 20 or 30. So I'm going to be expecting a slight dump on this in the short term. So I think a new all-time low might be coming in on this next dump. So if you wanted to play it, you might be able to pick it up at a lot better price soon. Okay, we'll zoom in and take a little closer look. You can see we got rejected this main resistance, and I think that's what put our top in right here. We got rejected, and from there I think it's going to be that gradual fall back down. I think the next option will be the 618 down here at around 1.5, and then the main support here at 1.5 again, and then we fall below that. The 786 is at 1.48. So if I wanted to buy some of this, which I don't, I'd just put a small buy-in order at 1.4 at the 786. If it got hit, so be it, because you can see before we have retraced, we haven't gone all the way back down to the 30, and a retracement back down to around 37 on the RSI would bring us down to the 786. If we break below the 786, the next stop is going to be testing this all-time low area out at the 1 at 1.4. So for the short term, I do think this RSI is going to be retracing, and with that, we're going to be stopping at these three major areas: the 618 at 1.5, the main support at 1.5. Well, I guess the 618 is at 1.52, main support's at 1.5, pretty much even. And the 786 is at 1.48. So I think these general areas, there are three support channels or three support areas on the way back down. If we bounce off one of them, then so be it. But I always play cautiously. I always try to get the best price possible. And on the short term right now, I think a buy-in order at 1.4 would not be a bad buy-in order. But if we did break below that 786, I do think another all-time low will be the case. You can see last time we were this high right here, we entered all the way down to the oversold territory. So if I did a copy and paste to here to where it was oversold and just placed it over that, that puts it all the way down to 1.3. So I don't know exactly where it's going to bottom at. For the short term, I'm going to be bearish on this. So I think there'd be better prices to pick this coin up than where it's currently at right now. So let's keep an eye on those general three areas I just talked about, but inevitably I do think we are tailing back down a pretty decent amount. This last drop was 19%. So even if we did a 19% from here, 19%, we're bringing down to the 1618, it looks like. That's a 20%. Yeah, about a 19-20%. We're bringing it down to the 1618 at 1.2. So if we had a similar drop like we just had here from August 13th to August 26th, it looks like 1.2 would be the play. So if you want to play super safe and you think we're going to be dropping, a buy-in order at 1.27 wouldn't be a bad one. You might have to be sitting on it for a while because this took a while to play out. You can see the top was August 13th, which was the top right here on the RSI. And we bottomed right here on August 22nd. So from the 13th to the 22nd, that's 9 days. I've had that same play out. That would be all the way down here to the 618 at 1.26. Anything's possible in a bear market too. So yeah, keep an eye on the 786. We break below the 786. This 1618 could definitely be at play. So, oh, I guess we got one more. EWT. I guess I have time to chart another one. So we have EWT down 0.4% at $4.03. 100 million max. Little under half that's in circulation. 173 million market cap. All-time high was $22 over a year ago. All-time low was also 2 years ago. So it looked like it peaked out during the bull run. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Kraken being the leader, followed by KuCoin. We're actually going to go off with KuCoin. Let's see what Kraken has on for charts. Usually Kraken has crap charts. So indicators indicating it's about ready to flip bearish, but we still are bullish on the short term right now. You can see we are putting in some higher highs. Short term right now, I do think we are going to be heading back down to this 382 general area at around 3.6 cents. We had this very nice consolidation. So the consolidation is a bullish thing. It just means people are willing to accumulate that coin at the same price for a very long period of time. And once all the coins of that price range are bought up, you can see what happens. You have that huge run up. And usually when you have run ups like this, I think I've gone over this several times before. You have this huge run up here, and normally it retraces back to the 50% area. So you have the people who bought in down here at the bottom, and you have the people who bought in at the top. Usually once you start seeing it retrace here, the people who bought at the bottom start selling, and the people who just bought at the top start panic selling. Then you have the people who bought in at the middle, who are up a couple dollars, down a couple dollars, and those are the people that tend to hold it. So usually when you have large run-ups on any coin, it tends to always retrace back down 50% of that pump. Similar to here, we had that large run-up here from the 618 all the way up to 535, then we retrace all the way down to the 382. You can see that's generally the 50% range on that pump right there. But just looking at the RSI and the MACD, it does look like we want to have that movement down to the 382 at 366, 365 area. So who knows, we might be setting up to have another run up like this, but I think from the short term right now, we're going to be testing that $3.67 area at the 382. Who knows, that could be the catalyst that launches us into our next upswing. Usually things happen in threes, so you know this pattern still could be playing out. This is similar to time, but on the earlier it has 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump, and then back down. So we could have one more pump coming here for EWT, but on the short term I would be keeping an eye on that retracement back to the 382 area at around $3.67, which is approximately a 7 to 8% drop. And who knows, that could be the catalyst that launches us into our next run up. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is a little too high to have another large run up like this. So it's more beneficial now to retrace on the RSI and just have this play out. That'd give us more moon juice and more fuel for our ship to run back up to the overbought territory. So let's just keep an eye on a retracement to the 382, then we'll monitor it at a later time. So 367, I think, is the price that we're heading to in the short term for EWT. Okay guys, so with that, I am going to end the live stream. I'd appreciate everyone coming out that supported the channel. If you could please hit that like button, that would really help me out. I might do another live stream tomorrow, I'm not sure. Like I mentioned, I'm tending to stay away from doing my TA videos now because the market really isn't doing anything. It's been consolidating and staying the same price for so long that every TA video that I've been doing is just a repeat of the TA video I did of the exact same coin the time before. So instead of just repeating myself over and over, I'm just going to stick with doing these great group of people. You'll find the link in the description below. We're on there daily just talking about crypto. It's a great group of people. So with that, I hope everyone has a great night, and I'll catch you guys next time on Charting Crypto.